Okay, so this is the newest version of the ACE 400. There's several things that we've done on this. First of all, we've made it a touchscreen, so you can operate it just like you did on the older units, or you can use the reset button to change the mode. The inside of the unit itself, as you can see, has been completely redesigned. We have all of our cam sensor inputs here, these two connectors, and we have 8 force sensor inputs. We have a USB cable that goes to from the Smart I/O board to the front panel. We have a reset button that you use to reset the mode of the unit, and we have a power supply cable here, which is power supply to the front panel. So they're two separate boards. That's the only boards that are in here, and all of our relays are here on the back, and they're all wired for normally closed. If you need to change them to normally open, you move one of the wires over. We have a power supply that works from 86 to 286 volts. It doesn't require any jumpers or switching. So that's the front panel, the inside. Now, as far as the function of the unit, what I'll do is reset the unit here. There is a off-on button on the back. Turn it off, turn it back on. And by pressing set until you get to the desired channel, so set, I'll go through it again one more time. So set and select. Any flashing digits, the one that can be adjusted. This is channel 1, 2, 3, and 4 for a 4-die or 3-die machine. The closer I bring this 20 to 50, the more sensitive it is. So if I'll set this at 25 to start, and the closer I bring the 99 to 50, the more sensitive. So I'm going to set this at 75, just as a starting point to get an idea on where to run at. And I could do this for each channel, or I can skip to the next channel that you want. Again, the closer I get, the more sensitive. So if I set this one at 30 and 70, it'll be more sensitive than the first channel. Now you're required to also set the total production pieces. To clear out the old production pieces, press reset once. Now you can enter 350,000, for example, and then set. You also have a batch counter if you want an inspection point or a tool count, so you know that your tooling needs to be changed at 50,000 out of a 350,000 piece order. It'll automatically shut off every 50,000 pieces and display batch set. If I don't want to use it, leave it at 0. So I'm back at stop. I started at stop. I set my limits for 1, 2, 3, and 4. I set my total pieces, my batch counter, and I come back to stop. If I hit the reset run button, I can go to test. The yellow light comes on top. And if I hit the reset run button one more time, the yellow and green light comes on. After 8 to 10 pieces, the unit is up and in control. Here, by hitting just select, you can see that we set the limits at 25 and 75 for channel 1. This is the variation that we're seeing on the first channel. This indicator here tells me that I'm getting my cam input from the proximity switch. Select again. This light now flashes. This is the minimum and the maximum. This average is gone. It has gone down to 46 and up to 53. So with my limits set at 25 and 75 on this channel, I could actually move these limits in and become more sensitive, or open them up farther and become less sensitive. The object is to become as sensitive as possible. Select. Here you can see that we're getting 41.29 variation volts coming in from the force sensor. Where we got rid of the PL and pH, we only have a peak display. So we're able to monitor all the way down to a couple millivolts, all the way up to 400 volts. So right now we're getting about 39 to 40 volts coming in on the first sensor. The second channel has no limits in it. We bypass that, but it'll display the settings that you have, the minimum, maximum, and again, we're sending the same signal into all the channels, so you'll see about the same amount of variation. The third channel, 30 and 70, is what we set in the beginning. Minimum, maximum is 45, 54, and the peak is 39 to 41, 42. Same thing on the fourth channel. And then you can see that we put, well, the lights go out. This is our total production counter. This is our parts counter, we're counting up. Our parts counter, we're going down. The speed of the machine. And we're back to below 1, or the first channel. If we hit the reset run button, we'll leave that view mode. Hit the reset run button once, you can turn the wire off. In test mode, we have no control. Only once we're out of learn and counting parts do we have any control. It'll stay in test for 100 pieces before it finally shuts off. Again, the yellow light is on. If I hit the reset button or the reset run button, the unit comes out of yellow, goes into green, and it's in control. So I hope that gives you a good understanding of the ACE 400, or what we call now the classic ACE 400. Thank you very much for watching.